Welcome back to The Pick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
And it's going to be our recap of the college football Big 12 championship game. Of course, we're doing recaps of college football and NFL, but first things first is the Big 12 championship game. Oklahoma wins this one 39-27. Let me get some stats knocked out right quick. Kyler Murray had a really good game, 379 yards, 3 tubs. Trey Sermon had 65 yards, a touchdown. And Kenny Brooks didn't really have that good of a game. Texas kind of shut down Oklahoma's running game.
Yeah.
But CeeDee Lamb had a great game, 127 yards, a tub. Ellinger had a really good game, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, almost 350 yards. He was the leading rusher, 42 yards and 2 tubs. Kylan Johnson and little Jordan Humphrey had both really good games. Johnson was a leading receiver for Texas with 177 yards and a touchdown. Alrighty, well, let's get into some. Let's just talk about this game. Oklahoma, man, they're really good on offense for especially the second half. They didn't really get the running game going like I figured they would, but the pass game was just all over the place. Texas did a really good job, especially in the first half. I was impressed. They weren't getting eaten alive. The tackling was good for Texas. Just a couple of blown assignments. Hollywood Brown, he got nicked up in this game, and he got hurt in this game, actually. And hopefully he's going to be okay for the playoffs. But he was really torching the secondary at first. And then CeeDee Lamb was getting going. And Kyler Murray was just doing everything he could. Stern and getting hurt for Texas really hurt them in my eyes. He didn't play most of the second half, and I think that was one of the big impacts of the whole game. OU's been this whole year really good in rush defense, and they shut down Texas' rush defense for the most part. But just like the Red River rivalry, they really did really good at throwing the ball up against Oklahoma's DBs, and those receivers for Texas was
Go and get
them pretty much, and they're taking advantage of that. But the second half, especially, they're getting away with a couple calls. Oklahoma was, but they are doing a little bit better on defense on against those gigantic tall receivers.
Yeah.
They tackled really well in this game. I'm definitely proud of Oklahoma when it comes to that. They didn't get eaten alive. They didn't look like they were confused. I mean, at times they kind of did, but especially in the second half, they really made some adjustments and buckled down. That safety for Trey Brown, I think, is the biggest play for Oklahoma on defense this whole season. You can argue the whole season of both sides of the ball, because that really changed the momentum of the game and pretty much won the game for Oklahoma. I mean, this Texas team's not bad, man. They're well coached, despite how much I don't like Tom Herman. He's a good coach, and they didn't give up. They didn't lay down, and they really fought. And they have a lot of talent on this team. I think they're going to be really good. They just need to be a little more disciplined out. Those penalties really hurt them. They had like 14 penalties or something like that for a whole bunch of penalty yards. So that really killed them. And Oklahoma's just a better team. They have, you can argue, outside of Urban Meyer and Coach St. Nick, best coach in college football right now. So, yeah, man, Lincoln Riley's about to be in college football playoffs 3 to 4 years. He's been in Oklahoma, so that's an accomplishment in itself. Texas is about to play Georgia, and I can't remember one of the bowls. I can't remember top of my head what it is. So they're going to have a really tough matchup against a really good Georgia team. So I can't wait to watch that one. But Oklahoma's going to the playoffs. I think the argument was kind of asinine to say that Georgia should be in the playoff. They lost 2 games. Alabama's fine. Alabama's a really great team. I don't care about that loss. That loss against Florida by 20 points or LSU, is this ridiculous. And that should eliminate them. And honestly, in my eyes, I did. They had 2 losses, didn't win the conference against the team that won the conference, lost by 3 points, and beat the team that beat them.
Yep.
So I think the teams that should be in are in. Only team I think I could argue that shouldn't have been in was Notre Dame, but they went undefeated, so
can't complain a whole lot.
Yeah, you can't complain, and I don't think you should take that away, because they had a bad the other teams on their schedule kind of sucked this year. So and their best win was, you can argue, against the Michigan team was kind of overrated. So you got to beat teams that are on your schedule, and Notre Dame did that. So I think they deserve to be in the playoffs. I'm not confident about that matchup against Clemson, but we're definitely getting to that later date. Great win by Oklahoma. 4 straight Big 12 championships, first time in Oklahoma history. That's an accomplishment in itself, and just class of Big 12 right now. Oklahoma's just a great team, and I'm a Sooners fan, so I'm really proud of my team. And we found a way to win. We found a way to win all these games out of them one. A lot of adversities this season. Got to get rid of Mike Stoops, Coach Stoops. Had to get fired him halfway through the season and still get the Big 12 championship again in the playoffs. So amazing accomplishment in my eyes. I don't know about Alabama. I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat them. Definitely gonna talk about that later date as well. But great win by Oklahoma. Great effort and great season for Texas. I thought they're gonna be 9-3, and they were. So great win by not great win, but even getting to the Big 12 is an accomplishment in itself in my eyes for Texas. So great job for them. As much as I can't stand Texas, horns down. Yeah, man. Great job by both teams, both coaches, and all the players, man. Getting to the Big 12 championships not easy, even though the conference is down a little bit in my eyes. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I went way longer than I usually do. We're gonna go for the break, and I want to hear what Ryan has to say. So we're gonna go to break right now.
Welcome back. Let's get back to this OU Texas game. Get my thoughts and opinions. Yeah, man, it was a heck of a game. Like I figured. I figured it was gonna be a pretty close game, and it did. Even though the score don't really indicate that, but it was. Yeah, man, I think that's my biggest thing that I'm proud about the Sooners, that they stepped up in, was tackling and playing a lot better on defense. Even though they gave up their usual ton of yards, but they made
they weren't great on defense.
They made really important tackles at times that on third downs and even big plays, they made stops. So I'm proud of them on that. That's the most important thing. Like, yeah, we got it. Our defense is not good at all.
No.
But if you can do that and our offense can steadily keep scoring points, then yeah, we can win a ball game. And that's what really happened. Our offense still was plugged in and slinging the ball down the field, being our usual typical OU offense. So I was proud of that. Yeah, they stopped our running game. I didn't see that coming. I actually thought we were going to have a really good time on the running game. I thought we were actually going to struggle in the pass game a little bit. But honestly, it was the exact opposite. But I'm all right with that. As long as one thing's working, we're getting down the field scoring touchdowns. That's all that matters. So, and that's what was happening. So I was okay with that. Yeah, man. Defense, like I said, made me really proud. Like I said, they made really big stops when they needed to. That's the thing, man. Coach Riley said it. Our team got fight in them, and that's what they showed in this game, on both sides of the ball and really all around, special teams, everything. They showed they got fight and grit, and that's what it takes to win these ball games and possibly beat Alabama. We got to have grit. We can't give up. We can't relax. Got to be on top of our game against them. But yeah, man, Texas definitely didn't lay down. First half of this game was really close, even though it said 17-7 in the second quarter. But still, they kept it close, made it interesting. Came back in that third, outscored us 13-7. So, and then we outscored them in the fourth, 12-0. So it was a back and forth game. It was the usual Texas-Oklahoma game. It was crazy. I was on the edge of my seat the entire game. Yeah, man, that was a really great catch. The last touchdown for OU by Capitera, or however you say his name. He has a really tough name to say, but that was a really good catch by it's Kappa something. But it was a great catch by him. He caught it like one-handed. It was a really spectacular catch that sealed the game pretty much for OU. And yeah, it was a really good catch. One thing that surprised me about Texas was how well Ellinger was running the ball and getting touchdowns. kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting that. Even though I know he could run, but I just wasn't expecting that. I was more expecting them to sling it down the field, which they did. But yeah, I just wasn't expecting him to run those touchdowns, rush for those couple touchdowns. I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, he's hurt, so that's why I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, so that really snuck up on us. That's when I was really getting worried when they started rushing. He started rushing them touchdowns in. I was like, crap. Now it's another element we got to deal with. But like I said, it didn't. After those couple touchdowns, he didn't really run the ball a whole lot more after that. And yeah, man, like I said, I'm just really proud of our team that we stuck together. Our defense played well enough. Our offense, of course, did their thing. And yeah, we're now in the playoffs, and we're playing Bama. That's going to be a really nerve-wracking game for us. Like I said, I think if we can keep scoring points like we have been all year and play a little bit better defense, because that's the thing, man. Unfortunately, I don't expect much from our defense, which is a crappy thing to say, but it's true. If they do step up and play really well, then thank God. But really all I'm hoping for is kind of what happened here and a little bit more. Is if they can just make important stops when they need to, then yeah, we can have a shot in this game. But if Kyler Murray throws some silly interceptions like he's known for at times, and our defense just does nothing and gets demolished, then I think we're going to lose. But yeah, if we can score the points like we normally do, get in the 40, 45 plus range, and play well enough defense, I think we can win that game and go for that title, go for that natty. But yeah, man, I'm excited that, like I said, I'm excited that we got this W. Great season for Texas. Like I said, horns down all day, but you got to give credit where credit's due, and they've really played really well this season. Definitely a lot better than I was expecting.
About what I was expecting.
I had them somewhere in this range or lower, but yeah, they definitely played a really good season. Played us really well. Like I said, our only loss that we took was them. So all credit in the world to Texas and their coach. And yeah, man, we came out. They might have got to the first laugh, but we came out with the last one. So go you, and hopefully we can get over the hump of Bama.
Yeah, we're definitely getting that when we do our playoff preview. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of bowl game previews, as it's kind of a waste of time in my eyes.
Just do the big games.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, and we'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, great Big 12 championship game, and we're going to talk about the Bama game. But that's all I got to say about this game.
Yeah, that'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. Of course, we'll love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. We'll see you on the next one.
Next one.